Okay, this how-to video is going to talk about tabbed routing, which is an option with the Allegro PCB Designer with high-speed license. So if you go File, Change Editor, you'd need at least an Allegro PCB Designer with the high-speed license to be able to run this option. And what this command does is it adds trapezoidal shapes based on a specific size specified by users to help with the control of impedance and crosstalk on parallel traces in the pin regions and outside of the pin regions. So the way we use this command is available from the root. It's unsupported prototypes, tabbed routing, and then we've got a generate tab, we've got a move tab, a delete tab, and an analyze option, which I'll cover in this demo. So generate tab basically gives us the different size options that we have for adding these tabbed routes. So what we'll do is we'll start off on the first one. We're going to do pin field type 1, which basically generates some arced based tabs, so on any arc routing similar to this kind of snake routing that we've got here. We specify the values as 6, 10 and 5, and then you pick the C lines that you're interested in. So I'll pick the area that I want to add the tabs on, and you can see it adds these kind of little trapezoidal shapes on the arcs all the way through this pin field. The next option I want to do is we'll go in and we'll add effectively pin field 1. So this is still in the pin field area, but I'm going to base it on the lines. This is parallel lines versus arc shapes. So we'll then set the options that we've got here, so 6, 10, 5 and 17. Now when you set the values here, you can actually click on save and then they get written, so that the next time you chop and change you can see these values will actually update as you go along. So if I window select the tracks that I'm interested in, those trapezoidal shapes get added to this section. We'll then go into kind of into digital area, so outside of the pin field. So I'm going to go into digital 2, and on this scenario what I want is I want effectively 4, 7, 3 and 15. I can then window again the tracks that I'm interested in and the shapes get added. And then finally we'll do another into digital 2, but this time we'll set the values as let's go 5, and we can use the tab key to cycle through these boxes so you can quickly populate them as required, and then window set the tracks and the trapezoidal shapes get added. So that's a way to effectively add and generate these shapes that we need. The next option under the root menu, so root and then tab routing, is move tab, and what this does is gives you the ability to actually move the tabs about. So I can effectively make sure you've got shapes enabled in the find filter, and then I can obviously move the tab around as required. If we come into the arc area and I move this, it will actually stay on the arc, and you'll notice if I get to a pin and I start to create a DRC error, it will actually flag up as a DRC error as well, so it is DRC aware. We've also got an option for deleting tabs, so if I wanted to come in and delete a tab, I can delete a tab as I would normally, so left click to select the item that you want to delete, left click in blank space to confirm the delete. The final option we've got under the root menu is something called analyze, and what this does is allows you to create rules based on effectively, let's clear all the nets here, effectively the tabs that you've got, so you can get an even number of tabs based on rule sets that you define. And the way we go through this is effectively we start off by adding the nets that we're interested in, so we can click on add nets and then literally just draw a window around the nets that we're interested in. Make sure nets are enabled in the find filter first when you do this, and then you'll get a list of all the nets that are available to you. We then want to start to effectively create rules, and we can create rules based on tab count or tab pitch. So tab count, we're going to add a rule. I'm going to use effectively the pin fields, both of the pin fields, so you can add multiple items together if you want, and you can see it effectively as the rule type. I'm going to do this based on type. I want a tolerance of 2, and I want the lowest count basically, so we'll click OK to that, and you'll see here that I actually get some that are passing, some that are failing, and some that don't have a rule, so these aren't associated with the nets in the pin field that meet my criteria. Let's go and add another rule, so we can then go to add rule, and in this scenario I'm going to do it for into digital 2. I want this on size based on a tolerance of 1, again on the lowest type of count, and we'll click OK to add the rule. So you then see obviously I get some passes and some fails, so we can then effectively do a pass and fail, we can sort ascending, and then we'll see all the rules that are available to us here. So if we click on effectively the first type, first one here, what we want to do is effectively look at what's going on here, and we can see effectively we've got a pass fail with a delta tolerance. So we could potentially effectively delete one or two of the tabs to get this to pass. So on this net, obviously you can see the nets are actually highlighting here. We can zoom in. Let's go and use the roots tab routing delete tab. We'll delete one of these, delete two of these, and done. And then you'll notice that DRC then disappears. So we've got a couple of these, so we can effectively select another one. And again, similar kind of scenario. We've got a delta of 3, so we could delete some of these. So let's just go in and delete. Let's delete some of these tabs. And you can see the DRC disappear. So you can work your way through this list, deleting tabs or adding, or mainly deleting tabs to effectively get them to match, and then that would then match from a net point of view, and your crosstalk and impedance should be better.